Good morning and welcome to How to Write a Postcard in the Home Workshop. First, find some 304 stainless round bar, and then in the lathe we can clean up the face and centre drill so that we can use the live centre for support while we turn it down to dimension. Then, after drilling out the bore with successively larger drills, it can be parted off from the rest of the stock with the parting blade. That's our pen cap finished. The back cap is made in a similar way, just don't forget to accidentally miss the target dimension by 10 microns or so, and instead of going all the way up to the largest drill size, we're going to cut some internal threads so the pen body has something to screw into. The length of the back cap must be finely tuned for the size of the pen cartridge we'll be using. If the lathe noise is too much at this point, feel free to switch it to nature sounds mode. And then finally, use a countersink to form a nice civilized chamfer as a lead into the threads. The back cap is basically finished, except for any decorative details. In our case, we'll keep it simple and just use the lathe to mill a flat spot on the end. A flat spot is ideal for engraving a custom inscription later on. The main body of the pen will be made from brass. After facing and centre drilling, we'll bore a hole all the way through, just wide enough for the tip of the cartridge, and then form the business end of the pen using a crossline. The next step is to turn it down to the largest diameter on the drawing ready for knurling. Form a diamond knurl in the centre portion. This will make the pen much easier to assemble and disassemble by providing a nice grippy surface. Now turn down the rear portion of the body to approximately the threading diameter and finish up by cutting the threads that will mate up with the back cap we made earlier. Next, choose a round of birch that's been seasoning in your garage and take it to your buddy's workshop. He's got a bandsaw and will help you mill it into smaller pieces. Select some nice looking pieces from which to make a box and cut the box size to dimension on the table saw. Cut finger joints on the router such that when glue is added, they go together with a gentle press fit. Clamp and leave to dry. Shape and glue in a contrasting wood for the top and bottom of the box. Here I've used oak. And then take it back to the table saw to free the lid from the main part of the box. Sand thoroughly or until you get bored. Using some scraps of plywood, make some inserts to guide the lid so that it always sits flush and square when closed. Steal the brass hinges from a nice jewellery box and then use a small Archimedes style hand drill for making precise pilot holes for the hinge screws. Use a bradawl to mark where you want to drill and don't over tighten the screws. This is just a test fit. Cut some lengths of Velcro. We'll fix this to the inside of the box and that should keep the pen secure inside. Now it's finally time to disassemble everything for finishing. But first I want to try staining the inside of the box. This blue pigment should leave a nice teal coloured stain and still allow the wood grain to show through. And then all the wooden parts get finished with a protective coat of a food-safe countertop oil. making the whole box perfectly safe to eat if you so wish. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to assemble everything for the last time and write a postcard.
Dear Nerd, please enjoy this postcard of, for some reason, only the top half of the iconic Sheffield University Arts Tower. Love, mbooth.